This is a completely legit Jirachi Wishmaker straight from the 2003 distribution via the Pokémon Colosseum bonus disc. And this is a super rare Rocks Metang straight from a Lost Forever early 2000s event that was exclusively distributed in America during the official Pokémon Rocks America event. Hey everyone, I'm Darko, and today I'm going to show you how to get every single Pokémon from all those early 2000s distribution events that would be completely lost by now, right into your European or American versions of Pokémon FireRed and LeafGreen on your Switch or Switch 2, totally for free and easy for everyone, with no hardware mods or anything like that required. As you probably know, back in the early 2000s there were a ton of Pokémon distribution events all over the world. A lot of these events were tied to other Pokémon community events like a new Pokémon movie release or even concerts, locking almost 100 unique Pokémon behind this distribution method. Today you can't get these events on Nintendo Switch or Switch 2, but you can recreate the exact same Pokémon with the exact same traits using Arbitrary Code Execution, or ACE if you prefer. On my channel we've talked a lot about the different uses of ACE in Pokémon FireRed and LeafGreen, but now there's a new version that's more powerful and lets you run more complex codes and do way more complicated stuff than before. This version is called BASE64. And it was made by Mettrich. This new ACE version lets you create any Pokémon with any data and generate it directly into your PC boxes. This process is so precise that there's no difference between the Pokémon made with BASE64 and the ones distributed during those early 2000s events. So every Pokémon created with this method will totally be legit for transferring into Pokémon HOME once compatibility is added. Alright, now that you know what BASE64 is, let's see how to get it. First, you need to have the basic version of our ACE set up. It's important you have it because the codes will still be run through the classic double swap. If you haven't set up ACE yet, check out my setup video. It's super fast, really easy for anyone, and once you've placed your ACE Pokémon in box 13, slot 2, along with any other Pokémon in slot 1, make sure that box 13 and box 14 have no other Pokémon apart from these two. Finally, make sure that slot 22 of box 10 is empty. Always move any Glitchmon using the yellow end. Just press Y on your controller. Now, let's go to this website, which was provided by MonkeyMite. I'll leave all the links in the description. Select your game version and start entering the necessary codes. As you can see, to get BASE64 we need to enter 3 different codes. Make sure you save and follow these steps carefully, or if you mess up, you'll have to start over. Go to code 1, and as you can see it's a really long code that requires renaming all 13 boxes on your PC. As you can see, they've kindly provided inside next to each other code showing any potential issues. For example, in the first box code there's a 0 and not a capital O. Also, make sure not to add any spaces unless they're required, like in box 7. To finish entering a short code, just press start and then A to exit. Now, let's go into the game and start renaming every single box as shown on the website. Once you're done, save the game just to be safe, and now let's run the code using ACE with the double swap, like I'm doing right now. After this code we should find a bad egg in box 10, slot 22. Whatever you do, don't open its menu or the game might crash. Now, go back to the side and move to the code 2 section. As you can see, this time we only have a few codes we need to change. So leave the box codes that aren't requested as they were before. Go back into the game and quickly enter the new codes only in the requested boxes. Once done, run the code with the double swap. At this point we shouldn't see any change in our bad egg yet. Continue with code 3. Go back to the side and go to the code 3 section. Here again, as you can see, we only need to change the codes for some boxes. Go into the game and enter the requested codes. Once finished, run the code with the double swap, and as you can see, a Metang named Welder should have appeared in place of our bad egg. If you messed up something and still have an egg instead of welder, just reset and start over. Now, move welder to box 13, slot 28. The last step is to catch any Pokémon and name it exactly J7VC and place it in box 13, slot 29 next to welder. We're done. Now we have everything ready to get any Pokémon from those lost early 2000s events. Let's see how. Open this other section of the site. I'll leave the link in the description for this one too. This is the Pokémon Builder section. In this section you can do a ton of different things, but today we're focusing on creating Pokémon from early 2000s events. So, go to the Encounter Type section and select Mystery Gift. Now, go to the Basic Setup section and under Event, select the event you want. In my case, I want to get a Wishmaker Jirachi from the Pokémon Colosseum bonus disc that would normally cost about $400. As you can see, in the Pokémon section, there's only Jirachi, so make sure to select it. Some specific events like Party of the Decade have multiple Pokémon you can choose because originally more than one Pokémon was distributed. Back to our Jirachi. In this case, to get a legit Jirachi identical to the one from the bonus disc, we need to leave everything exactly as is. You can't touch anything, not the move, just the nature, and not any other stats. The IVs are already set to the best obtainable version from the event. The TID and the SID obviously can't be yours, they are the events, same for OT name, language and gender. Don't touch anything in the encounter details section either. Only some event Pokémon can be shiny, and when possible make sure to check the shiny box. Now, scroll down to the code section and press generate to generate the code. Now, go into the game and enter the code into the boxes, paying attention to uppercase, lowercase and any characters flagged by the website. Once done, run the code through our original ACE, and as you can see, inside our boxes we'll have our perfectly legit Wishmaker Jirachi, ready to be transferred into Pokémon HOME. What can I say, guys? It's been a pleasure, and I hope everything is clear. If not, I'm available in the comments for any clarifications. Smash that like button, share and leave some hype if you enjoyed the video. I'll see you soon.